My God, man. It's a nice day outside of Syracuse, New York. But ladies and gentlemen, my legs and my knees are killing me. For whatever reason, I don't know. The only reason I can think of is I helped my mom move in a garage sale and everything she did today. For I believe a third week in a row. I believe it was 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, that or 4 weeks to say the least. My legs are fucking killing me. I kid you not, people. And with that, I am fucking tired and exhausted. Right now, it's 7:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Syracuse, New York. And my God, man, I am just fucking tired. I'm hoping to get this done and over with. Hopefully, knock on wood. I can get your AEW Dynamite, the review you're seeing right now, AEW Dynamite, July 15, 2025 review. All published right before Friday Night SmackDown, at least on YouTube for right now. Just by the way, a little announcement I'm going to show at the top of this review, honestly. You probably could tell by look on my YouTube and I'm obviously my podcast in general. I have changed my ad, a little bit different. It's called now Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms in general. Why do I say that? Because I'm trying something new to discuss all things sports, wrestling, and also pop culture / entertainment. Mainly wrestling, obviously, and the sprinkles of sports and pop culture in between every now and again, to say the least. So that's a little bit different. That's about all I got to share for you about that. So that's why I changed a little bit of my Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. That's the reason for the change, to say the least. Now go follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It's still Lucas I'm going to leave those right now the way they are. Facebook still technically no limits to Lucas. Watch on YouTube. Hit the like button today's review. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn the bell for all post notifications. Leave a comment in this video. What you think of AEW Dynamite July 15, 2025. Watch on Spotify. Do the same thing. Leave a comment what you think of AEW Dynamite July 15, 2025. Your show, obviously. Also, leave me a 5-star rating on Spotify as well. It helps to grow the podcast immensely, to say the least. Watching any other audio platform, hello guys, I'm girls, I'm a crazy lunatic, I know. Now let's get into your AEW Dynamite July 15, 2025 review. Starting with Hangman Adam Page, the brand new reign defending WWE, oh my God, bro. Jim Ross, I'm going to take a page out of Jim Ross's playbook ahead and say WWE Dynamite, man, remember that shit? The reigning new AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page starts the show following his AEW World Championship victory at All In against Jon Moxley in a Texas Death Match. And he thanked the fans and also thanked everybody for helping him, including Swerve Strickland. I found it to be a nice touch to begin the show. I thought it was the best thing in the show. You start when you start the right thing, starting with your AEW World Champion, new Hangman Adam Page. I like that. I love that big time. You just main event your biggest show of the year and all in. You might as well start, especially if you have a 6-man tag on flying fuck match in your main event. You might as well start your best thing on the show being a Hangman Adam Page, to say the least. Actually, what was it? I know it was a 6-man tag. For a second, I thought it was an 8-man tag on a flying fuck match. We'll discuss that in a fucking minute, dude. I couldn't believe that shit. But it is what it is. This segment, Hangman Page and he's thanking the fans and thanking the guys and gals for helping him and everything. I thought it was freaking brilliant. I thought it's the best thing on the whole damn show. We discussing that. Also, Kyle Fletcher defeats Mascara Dorada. I don't know if I'm still saying this dude's name right. You think he's feuding with somebody in AEW right now? I think it's MJF maybe. Or maybe no, it's Mystico, honestly. I'm going to try to pronounce it one more time. Mascara Dorada. I don't fucking know, people. And let me know if I'm pronouncing that right on the YouTube comments or Spotify comments. Fucking forgettable. It might be a fun match to you sicko AEW fans. I love AEW, don't get me wrong. And my God, if you think I give a flying fuck about this, you all be out of your fucking mind, people. I don't care how good the match was. I like Kyle Fletcher quite a bit. But still, I don't give a flying shit, bro. How about you guys? Well, I just don't fucking care. That's what I got to share about that. Moving on to Hechicero, an 8-man tag. I don't give a flying fuck matches. Talk about I don't give a shit, man. Hechicero, Josh Alexander, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, we came out and like I believe new Titan trial, no longer EVPs. I thought it'd be fun under like their, what do they call it? I think the screen, the wrestlers' names and everything. I forgot what it's called, honestly, for some strange reason. Go figure. But it said no longer EVPs, and I fucking died laughing at that, honestly. That was fucking brilliant. Hechicero, Josh Alexander, and Young Bucks defeat JetSpeed, Bandido, and Brody King. I don't give a flying shit, bro. I don't care how good the match was. I don't give a flying shit. No pun intended, these 8 men flying over the ring. Don't fucking care, man. You know what I mean to say? They're also discussing Cope! Adam Copeland. Man, it's kind of feeling decent enough to say good Cope man himself, Adam Copeland again. Said nobody else. I hate the Cope name. Cope has a promo and says he wants to get his hands on FTR, Dexter, and Cash Wheeler. And Stokely Hathaway interrupted with security members and said that Cope would be fired from AEW if he laid his hands on FTR. And then eventually Cope attacked security and speared Hathaway. Not a back segment, honestly, we'll discuss that. Also, Thekla, and that's the name of her fucking name, a Toxic Spider, defeats Queen Aminata, Kris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale to win $100,000. I'll be honest, fun match, but I can't stand the fact of doing these $100,000 matches, man. Who the fuck does that benefit, man? Who the fuck does that benefit, this lazy fucking booking? Well, because someone gets a fake $100,000, who the fuck cares? Even if it is real $100,000. Or am I supposed to care about that? I thought the match was very good, don't get me wrong. I might be just as kind of a grade too when you think about it. But dude, like, why do we have to bring a stipulation with $100,000 involved with this? Come on, man. You can't just have one of these women who won here, when no one could touch her, Mercedes, my name, my girl. I was very sad to not see Mercedes on Dynamite Wednesday night. Or even Toni Storm to a point, I don't understand her, honestly. She's going to promo with Athena and Billie Starks. We'll discuss that right now, actually. But still, to say at least, I don't really care about the Fatal 4. The Fatal 4 was good, don't get me wrong. But do you have to have $100,000 involved? It's probably fake nonetheless. The answer is no, to say at least. Moving on to Toni Storm, reigning defending AEW Women's World Champion. Had a victory speech following her successful AEW Women's World Championship defense at All In against Mercedes, my name, my girl. I love you, Mercedes. I missed you very much on Wednesday night, to say the least. I love Mercedes. What do you want me to say, bro? As one of the few probably content creators on YouTube / audio platforms with Spotify, we name it. I give Mercedes all her flowers, man. She deserves it. What the fucking haters want to say or not, bro. What do you want me to say? Moving on, though. Her successful title offense against Mercedes, Mone, and Athena. And Billie Starks interrupted by saying Athena is looking to capture the AEW Women's World Championship following the Casino Gauntlet victory at All In. I thought it was a pretty fun promo from Toni Storm, honestly. I liked the dip she gave to Mercedes Mone. I thought it was fucking funny, honestly. I gotta be honest, we love Toni Storm on this podcast. Not as much as Mercedes, but we also love Toni Storm quite a bit on this podcast, man. What do you want me to say? And discuss that. Also, Kazuchika Okada now has 3 fucking titles on his waist. Why? He has the International Championship with the Continental Championship, and now the Unified Championship just came on the scene on Saturday afternoon. What the fuck are we doing here, man? Why is Kazuchika Okada holding 3 championships? Probably half of them with Don Callis, I believe. Are you fucking serious, man? It's unbelievable. Why more titles for the sake of more titles? Now, if they are compared into one, that's whatever. But I think he needs to hold 3 championships combined into a 1 championship as a defense? No, but whatever, bro. We ain't find out. That'd be so fucking stupid. He's defending all 3 championships separately, honestly. Be fucking stupid. Who want me else to say? We're gonna discuss that. There's a major voice crack, go figure. We're on to your main event match here. Hangman Adam Page, the reigning defending, like I said, AEW World Champion. Powerhouse Hobbs and Mark Briscoe defeat the Death Riders in the main event. Not like a 6-man tag, I don't give a flying fuck match on this show, and also an 8-man tag, I don't give a flying fuck match on this show. Good old Tony Khan 101 for you, man. Discussing all of today's podcast, glad you enjoy your movie. So I just want to say it's this week's AEW Dynamite, July 15th review on Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. Starting with, you guessed it, Hangman Adam Page. The new reigning defending AEW, thank God, World Champion, starts the show following his AEW World Championship victory at All In 2025, obviously this past Saturday afternoon. And he thanked the fans and also everybody that helped him, including Swerve Strickland. I'll be honest, I like that touch there, him thanking Swerve Strickland. I believe Swerve something on Twitter. Yeah, definitely his Twitter, honestly. Where he said, "You're welcome." Meaning, like, thank you for the thanks that Hangman Page gave to Swerve Strickland. That was badass, man. I actually like that touch quite a bit for that. Honestly, you need to do that. You bring up the story about that. But the Swerve and Hangman been through a lot of each other, banging for like destroying each other in the past. And it's like to end the reign of terror for the Death Riders. Now it's freaking very good for that, to say the least. This whole start is the right thing to do. Starting with your new world champion. He just came off an All-In Texas victory in the World Championship in the main event. This is the right decision. Starting off hot with your Hangman Adam Page promo. Probably doesn't get much better from here, honestly, but still is a pretty fun opening segment. Gave it an A-. Best grade in the whole freaking show. A- you're great with this segment, to say the least. This is the right thing to do, like I said. Start your show to World Championship. Won in the main event of your biggest show of the year, All In. Against John Moxley, who had a tub previous up until October 2024 to beat Bryan Danielson, to say the least. This is the right thing to do, and I like the fact they started with Hangman Page. Right thing to fucking do. A- you're great with this segment. Love the promo he gave here as well. Didn't really care for a 6-man tag. I don't give a flying fuck match in the main event with John Moxley and the Death Riders. But we'll get to that point, honestly, in a little bit in this review, obviously. Fucking couldn't believe it. By the way, speaking of that, before I mention this, Hangman Page, Adam Page, and John Moxley in a brutally fucking bloodied fucking death match, Texas death match, at All In. You would fucking think they'll get the night off, both of them, right? According to Tony Khan, that doesn't work for me, brother. You gotta go back out there, brother. On Wednesday night in the main event with a 6-man tag, I don't give a flying fuck match. The fuck kind of logic is that, Tony Khan? What was the fucking point about that? I don't get it, bro. Don't get it whatsoever. But this overall segment's going to rate an A- to Hangman Page. Very fun start, if you ask me. It's probably the best thing in the show. Moving on to Kyle Fletcher. Defeats Mascara, I think that's how to say his first name, Dorada. This gets a B-. Solid match. I didn't fucking care, obviously. Like, what the fuck? You follow your show All In with Kyle Fletcher and Mascara Dorada. Like, who the fuck am I supposed to care? And who the fuck is Mascara Dorada? You know what I'm saying? The dude's name right. Could be a me thing, I know, but still, man. What's with CMLL talent appearing so much on AEW television? Whether it's Dynamite, Collision, Dark, if that even still somehow exists, Ring of Honor, you name it, bro. Like, why the fuck should I care? No offense to him or anything, but I just don't care. What do you want me to say other than that, man? I don't fucking care about this, man. It's ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous to say the least. Okay match, fun match, actually. I don't fucking care, bro. I don't care. I need more than fun matches, bro. I really do. This gets a B-. Moving on to probably even worse. Like, 8-man tag, all-star, I don't give a flying motherfucking fuck match. Hechicero and Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, who live in the Titantron there, There's no EVPs in there, a little bit of their preview there on the sign. They discussed the names and everything, the second competitors. I thought that was a freaking great story. I like that storytelling a lot, honestly. It's only a highlight of this fucking match, bro. I laughed so fucking hard at that. I didn't even care for the fucking match. You believe that shit? When I care about stuff like that, it means not even care about the match. That is a fucking problem, Tony Khan. It probably would show you why the fuck you have 8-man tags on your show. That's what I'm asking, TK, Tony Khan. Hechicero, Josh Alexander, and Young Bucks defeat JetSpeed, Kevin Knight, and people like Billie, Bandido, and Brody King. C+. That's all I can give you. Grateful it's not a C or lower. Because who the fuck cares? I don't care how good the match is, man. When you have matches like this, and lazy booking like this, how am I supposed to care? How am I supposed to care? I'm not these normalized sickos and all elite wrestling to eat this shit up. I don't care. I'm just not that type of guy to me. I love your company, Tony Khan. I love AEW. My favorite fucking professional wrestlers in this company. But bro, all due respect, who the fuck flying cares about this? And don't say you, because you really don't fucking care about this in the grand scheme of things of all elite wrestling television. C+, you're fucking great. Grateful it's not lower. Moving on to Cope. Cope! Man himself, Adam Copeland. Oh, man. There's something over-exaggerating. The Cope name is something else, bro. Get rid of that, please, Adam Copeland. Please! You're doing us all a favor, please. Cope has a problem. He does have a problem with his fucking name here. Cope has a promo and said that he wants to get his hands on FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, obviously. Voice crack there, go figure. Probably because they over-exaggerated the Cope name, you get the point. And Stokely Hathaway interrupted with security members and said that Cope would be fired from AEW. Must have another freaking voice crack again. If he laid his hands on FTR, and then eventually Cope attacked security and speared Hathaway at the ass. Since I can't get my hands on the FTR, I can get my hands on you, Stokely. He didn't say anything about that in the contract. And then he attacked the security members and eventually speared Stokely Hathaway. I like this segment, honestly. And by the way, Cope was talking about Christian Cage and, helping Christian Cage. He didn't quite explain the go find himself. I mean, he did a little bit. I mean, not like you would know at the top of your head whether this is great or not, to say the least. But I didn't mind this segment, honestly. I thought it was pretty decent for sure. Give it a B. Probably developing more of that story with Cope and Christian Cage eventually reuniting themselves. Again, their past differences aside. And team up each other to take on the Ultimate Devil, which means FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler in a tag team match. You can definitely see that for... I don't think it'd be Forbidden Door, maybe All Out in Toronto, but I think it was in Toronto. There we go. Why don't you say the Christian Cage and Cope tag team match, reunion first tag team match back together for Toronto at All Out? That's just perfect, honestly. I believe it's taking place in Toronto. I'm like 99.9% sure it's taking place in Toronto, to say the least. For September something. Don't ask me which day. I'll say I don't know quite a day off the top of my head. But this gets a B, and honestly, not a bad segment whatsoever. Moving on to Thekla, or Thekla, what in a fucking name, bro. The Toxic Spider. Defeats Queen Aminata. I don't know the fucking say this woman's name, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, honestly. Kris Statlander and Willow Nightingale to win $100,000. This gets a B, only because the match was good, but I didn't even care to see this for fucking $100,000 on your fucking television show, following your biggest pay-per-view of the whole, for event in general, the whole year. All in, Tony. Imagine, I'm not comparing this to WWE, I mean it's necessary. But imagine this type of match taking place the Raw after WrestleMania. Like, really, for $100,000. Are you fucking serious? I'm not comparing All In to WrestleMania, which it kind of is, honestly, if you think about it. It's AEW's WrestleMania. But still, man. And by the way, I think Alden was better in WrestleMania 41, obviously. Not even close, honestly. But still, bro, who the fuck cares? The match was good for what it was, honestly. But as I said, why the fuck does it need to be for $100,000? Instead, it could be like contenderships around us versus Mercedes Moné's title, TBS title, or even Toni Storm's Women's Championship. I know you're probably feeling Athena and Billie Stark with Toni, I get that. But did you have to become a Mercedes title? I mean, not that Thekla would have probably won this match. It's heel versus heel, honestly. Mercedes and Thekla, we get the point. Like, yeah, I don't know, Queen Aminata win this or Kris. I know we've seen Kris Statlander and Queen Aminata a lot against Mercedes, especially Statlander. Well, Nightingale could have been a very good story for like Forbidden Door or something like that. Against Mercedes and women that technically injured Mercedes in 2023. And New Japan Resurgence, honestly, our inaugural winner of the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. We can tell that story again, bro. Oh my god, you can tell that story again. Potentially Willow getting her revenge on Mercedes for taking that championship from Willow at Double or Nothing 2024. Could have done that, but I guess they don't do that. We God forbid you do good stories like that in All Elite Wrestling, man. What do you want me to say? This Fatal 4-Way or 4 match, man, fuck AEW's calling this for $100,000. You can give a flying fuck about this whatsoever. This gets a B. Moving on, the timeless Toni Storm, the reigning defending AEW Women's World Champion. Had a victory speech following her successful AEW Women's Championship defense against All In against Mercedes Moné, my girl, man. I was paying myself on see Mercedes on Wednesday show. I believe, honestly, a week from today. I believe she has a match against who, I don't know, but do you think she has a match on the 25th, sometime this month? Don't ask me against who, I don't fucking know. I don't really know, honestly. We're waiting to find out who that is against. But Toni Storm had a victory speech following her successful AEW Women's World Championship defense at All In against Mercedes Moné. And Athena and Billie Starks are interrupted by saying that Athena is looking to capture the AEW Women's World Championship following her Casino Gauntlet victory at All In on Saturday afternoon. This gets a B+. Second best thing on the show, and by far better than anything else not named the Hangman Page opening segment. I enjoyed this. I like the promo Toni gave here, Toni Storm, maybe not Tony Khan, obviously. I like the promo Toni Storm gave, honestly, a lot. I love the dig she gave at Mercedes. And let's do this again, obviously, me and Mercedes and Toni again. You know, we're going to wrestle eventually. Maybe it'll be all in 2026. We'll wait and find out then. Should be interesting to see for that, honestly. But this segment gets a B+, and actually a minus. I'd like to see Athena. I'm not sure if Dark Caxton's going to be like in like a Money in the Bank style way or like a full throttle cash in beforehand. I don't know. We shall wait and find out. I don't know if I should do it. We don't think we'll do this anytime soon, honestly. Maybe at the earliest Forbidden Door, obviously. We could be the case. But I'd rather say that for like maybe All Out. Honestly, something like that. So wait and find out with that, though. Well, I'd like to see Athena beating the women's champion for AEW Women's World Title. I would love to see that, obviously. That would be freaking great. Athena can be on Reign of Honor relevancy. First of all, let's get that championship off of Athena so we can stay on AEW Reign roster television more times than not. Obviously, main time. This my God, why the fuck is she me on Ring of Honor anymore? Is she even the champion? I don't even fucking know, people. That's how much I don't give a shit about Ring of Honor in 2025. It's based like NXT. It's like NXT's to AEW's main roster for Ring of Honor to AEW. You get the point. Basically, the developmental program, honestly, for AEW. You get the fucking point, people. But this gets a B+ and -7 whatsoever. And by the way, we're getting Toni Storm and Billie Starks next week. Should be a decent match for sure. Gave this a B+ and for sure of a grade. Moving on to the second best thing, by far the worst thing on this show. Not that I hate Kazuchika Okada, but Kazuchika Okada, the reigning defend, I guess, AEW Unified Continental and International Champion. Like, what the fuck? We're going to hold 3 championships. What is he, the male version of his companies or Mercedes? Money? That's realistic, I get that. Okada is just as great as Mercedes is. I get that. But the same championship basically into one, Tony? That is fucking ridiculous, if you ask me. At least Mercedes has different other championships. Why the fuck does Okada need three that's all combined into one, man? I don't get that. I don't get that whatsoever. But Kazuchika Okada defeats a local talent. After the match, Okada calls out Swerve Strickland for what reason I don't even fucking remember. And both stared at each other. This, my friends, is an overall grade of a C-. What the fuck are we doing here, man? Okada in a squash. You don't see much squash matches in 2025. I'm not a problem with that. But why, first of all, why is Kazuchika Okada needing a squash match when he's already fucking established, man? Like, what the this is fucking bizarre. I can understand like someone like Megan Bayne or somebody like Megan Bayne from the males. I don't fucking know, bro. Why the fuck does Okada need to have a squash match on Dynamite? Just to fill up time and ultimately get the Swerve Strickland getting called out by Okada. I didn't know he couldn't have done that as a full throttle promo. Why the fuck do we need a squash match for Kazuchika Okada of all people? By far the most ridiculous and mind-boggling thing in the fucking show, minus the main event. Let's go to the next segment. Back-to-back is your worst grades in your whole fucking show, man. Back-to-back with this main event, with the match before main event, also your main event in general. This show goes a downhill spiral after the Toni Storm segment, to say the least. Moving on to your main event, like I said. Hangman Adam Page, reigning defending AEW World Champion. Powerhouse Hobbs, one half of the AEW World Trios Champions, obviously. And Mark Briscoe defeat the Death Riders in the main event. A big fucking fat C. Second worst thing on the show, and also your worst thing on the show, was the previous match of Okada and defeats a local town. You get the point. What the fuck was the point of this? What the fuck was the point of this? You're better off not having Hangman another segment after this. You're better off not doing that. You could have had Toni Storm end the show like this, like the way she did. Maybe something better, honestly, than what we got. Well, I don't know, you could have started with Hangman, could have ended with Toni, been fine with that. What the fuck do we need at this 6-man tag? I don't give a flying fuck match to end your Dynamite, Tony Khan? This is my problem, man. There's so many fucking things. It's like, whatever. I don't give a shit about this. What is there to discuss about this? Nothing. The answer is nothing. This is a big fat C. It wasn't even that fucking great to me. It's a 6-man tag match. I don't care about that in general. A big fat C that made your main event segment, or match in general. As for your overall show for AEW Dynamite July 15th, 2025 show, it's an all-grade with B-. It was, by all seriousness, so a decent episode of Dynamite. But this could be like something for, like, I don't know, the end of the year or something like that show I've been fine with. But this is your show following your biggest event of the year, Tony Khan. And you give us a decent show. It should be, so like I said, your Raw after WrestleMania type feel for your biggest show of the year, obviously. It should be treated as such. This did not do that, honestly. But it still was a decent show, don't get me wrong whatsoever. Give it a B-. Some mind-boggling things and some questionable things, but also some good stuff. Like, I enjoyed the Toni Storm promo, I enjoyed the Hangman Page opening segment promo, and I even enjoyed a Fatal 4 match. I really did. Despite what I think about the $100,000 involved, it's a different story for another day. This is overall show grades a B-. That is your AEW Dynamite July 15, 2020 review on Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas Limits on all YouTube and all audio platforms. With your AEW Dynamite July 15, 2025 review. Taping Friday, July 18, 2025. Like I said, I apologize for the review out late for Friday night. After an evening to say, at least right before, it's like 7:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Syracuse, New York. Alright, I did this right before SmackDown to finish recording at least, so there you go. There you go. I'll catch y'all tomorrow with your for Saturday, July 19, 2025. With your Friday night SmackDown, July 18th. Wait, was it 18th? Wait, say the review is July 16, 2025. Why did I fucking say Dynamite was July 15 on the fucking intro? I am a fucking dumbass. I am sorry, people. You probably was saying when you saw a thumbnail, you probably eventually did the 16th, obviously, but still. It doesn't make a difference. I know, people. I'm just saying for my sake in general. Yeah, got on me sometimes, so it's get off topic as I always fucking do. Thank y'all for watching AEW Dynamite, July 15, 20... I'm going to say again, July 16, 2025 review. And Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. And catch y'all tomorrow with your Friday Night SmackDown, July 18, 2025 review. And Lucas Limits on YouTube and all audio platforms. Until tomorrow for more content on YouTube channel and all audio platforms, peace, love, I'm out. Take care. Love y'all big time, to say the least.